Known for its mountain desert landscapes, Arizona is home to the best hiking, camping, mountain biking, and stargazing sites in all of the United States, thanks to vast areas away from the city lights and artificial light pollution. But there's much more to Arizona than the deserts and the mountains. What are the top sites you must visit while you plan your trip to the state of Arizona? Stick around till the end to find out. Without further ado, let's see the ultimate travel guide for Arizona, USA. Grand Canyon. The first thing that would pop into the mind of anyone visiting Arizona state would be the Grand Canyon, which makes it the first entry on the list as well. Situated on the Colorado Plateau, the Grand Canyon is 277 miles long and 18 miles wide with a depth of over 6,000 feet. Although it is not the deepest valley in the world, due to its huge area, it gives the visual impression of being just that. Lake Colorado is the force behind the formation of the canyon, as it cut through it for over 2 billion years, an age revealed by the rocks at the base of the canyon. As for the tourist activities, you should keep in mind that the park is divided into two sections, the North and the South Rim. And 9 out of 10 visitors are more prone to visiting the South Rim. So if you like a little privacy or want to stay someplace secluded, the North Rim might be a good option for you. You can stay at the Grand Canyon Lodge and enjoy the spectacular view of the Bright Angel Point. Other activities at the North Rim include hiking, mountain biking, camping, and mule rides. The same activities are also staple of the more densely crowded South Rim, plus a ranger tour under experienced rangers. You can also catch a helicopter ride that covers the North and the South Rim, and all in between in a small time of just 45 minutes. Sedona. Situated at a distance of 116 miles from the state capital Phoenix, Sedona is a great place for a day trip, although the scenery deserves a long stay to be properly viewed and enjoyed. What makes Sedona stand out are the beautiful red rocks surrounding the city that are covered sparsely with vegetation. The cherry on top would be the view in February, as the mountains get sprinkling of snow, which makes the view even more mesmerizing. The sandstones give off a beautiful red-orange glow during the rising and setting of the sun. You can enjoy hiking among these scenic rocks while visiting the Red Rock State Park. Other notable sites of Sedona include Cathedral Rock, which is often cited as the most photographed attraction of Sedona. It is also home to some of the best hiking trails, out of which Devil's Bridge is the most popular. While hiking in Boyton Canyon, you can also visit vortexes, which are called energy centers of the earth and frequented by the public with spiritual pursuits. It also offers the best mountain biking trails in the country. The Loop Trail, the Mescal Trail, the Templeton Trail, and the Hillline Trail, to name a few, with Hillline being reserved for experience-level mountain bikers only. The Palatkey Ruins is also an interesting site which was inhabited by the Sinagua people 800 years ago. The Chapel of the Holy Cross is a marvel of modern architecture designed by Marguerite Brunswick Stode, a pupil of famous architect Frank Lloyd Wright, whose sharp edges and corners contrast against the rounded red rocks. Finally, you can visit Uptown Sedona for shopping, handicrafts, and refreshments. Monument Valley. Situated between the border of Utah and Arizona, Monument Valley is a part of the Navajo Tribal Park and famed for its 1,000-foot-tall sandstone monoliths. Tall, narrow stones, as well as abundant mesas and buttes, which are types of tall sandstone structures with flat tops. Monument Valley is one of the most photographed places in the world, and it has been used as a background for many movies. Whenever visiting Arizona, be sure to check out the Monument Valley. Hoover Dam. Fanatics of architecture and engineering cannot but appreciate the magnificent and daunting structure that is the Hoover Dam. The massive arc gravity dam was completed in 1936 and cost $684 million in today's worth. It is situated on the border of Nevada and Arizona and straddles two countries between the Nevada state and the Arizona state, Clark County in Nevada and Mojave County in Arizona. Standing at a height of 726 feet, it gives off Lake Mead, which itself is the largest artificial lake of the United States at 110 miles in length. It has a catchment area of 167,000 square miles that helps it store 2 years of flow of the Colorado River, and through it generates 3.3 TWh of energy. When visiting the plant, you can take a guided tour that provides further information on the plant's history and the science behind it. You can also take a stroll across the top of the dam to witness the amazing scenery and vast amount of water held back by the dam. Antelope Canyon. This wonder can be found near the city of Page, Arizona, and consists of narrow passages among sandstones that have swirling patterns engraved on them. As the sun passes through the apertures in the canyon, the narrow valley glows up with ethereal lighting and gives you the feel of another planet, like a setting of some distant planet in the Star Wars saga. It is one of the best locations for photography enthusiasts and makes for stunning visuals for your postcards, so don't miss out on this one. The canyon has two sections, the upper portion and the lower portion. If you have a little mobility issue and prefer flatter grounds for stable footing, the upper Antelope Canyon is recommended. Havasu Falls. While Arizona is most well known for its mountain desert landscapes, Havasu Falls are an amazing sight that give you the feeling of tropical paradise points like Hawaii or Malaysian countryside. It is located in Supai on the Havasupai Indian Reservation area. Havasupai literally means blue-green water, which is because of the beautiful turquoise tint of the water. The water falls from 100-foot-long fork falls into basin-like structures formed naturally in the travertine rocks. The local indigenous population is known by the same identity and once used to depend on farming, but now their economy is mostly dependent on the tourist inflow. Full-day hikes are not allowed in the region, however. And even when you set out for a hike, you need a prior permit for the activity, and the region is accessed via hike, horseback, or helicopter. Horseshoe Bend, Glen Canyon National Recreation Area. It is a part of Glen Canyon National Recreation Area, which is home to Lake Powell and the Glen Canyon Dam. At a particular location, which is now labeled Horseshoe Bend, the Colorado River takes a 270-degree bend that gives it the appearance of a horseshoe when photographed from the top view using drone cameras. It wasn't a very well-known monument from day one, however, and has come to the attention of photographing aficionados just recently thanks to social media. Taliesin West. Taliesin West was once a recluse for one of America's greatest architects, Frank Lloyd Wright, that now serves as the FLW School of Architecture. Located in Scottsdale, Arizona, the location was described by Lloyd himself as a look over the rim of the world. It is now designated as a UNESCO World Heritage Site. What stands out is that Wright and his students constructed this structure using indigenous materials while maintaining a futuristic outlook in 1959. This is another landmark of Arizona that cannot be missed by lovers of engineering and architecture. Things to do in Taliesin West include guided tours and shopping from the local store that sells art and home decor inspired by the Taliesin West. Prescott. The former capital of Arizona State, it is located at the height of 5,300 feet from sea level and has much more stable and defined weather compared to the extreme climates of scorching Arizona desert cities. It is home to scenic ponderosa forests, lakes, and mountains. Some must-visit locations over at Prescott include the Courthouse Plaza that covers an entire city block and has been around since 1960. Just in front of the plaza is a monument dedicated to Bucky O'Neill. Not too far is the Charlotte Hall Museum that exhibits the history of Prescott from prehistoric times to the present. It even has preserved the governor's mansion that served as his palace in the 1860s when Prescott was still the capital. Next up is Elks Theater Opera House, which is majority preserved in its original form since 1905 and still hosts tribute bands. Apart from the Big Three in downtown Prescott, Watson Lake, Lynx Lake Recreational Area, the Phippen Museum, the Heritage Park Zoological Sanctuary, and Wolf Creek Falls are a must. Ghost Towns. Ghost towns of Arizona are a must-visit because they offer insights to the rough and hostile past of Arizona during the gold mining boom and the Wild West. Arizona is home to a number of ghost towns that includes Jerome, Tombstone, Bisbee, Tip Top, and Swansea. The most famed ghost town, Jerome, is home to both ruins and restored structures. Must-see places in Jerome include the Gold King Museum that chronicles the history of the area, and also the Sliding Jail, which is said to have slid from its original location since its construction and till date has moved over a distance of 2,500 feet. With that, we've reached the end of the video. Before you head off, let us know which of these sites spark your interest. Which one of these sites are you planning to visit? Let us know in the comments section. Did we leave a great tourist attraction out of our list? Please let us know as well, and be sure to leave a thumbs up if you liked the video and subscribe to the channel to keep getting a dose of the rare unexplored sites of the world with travel great vacations. Auf Wiedersehen!